السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. In the last Tajwid video, we covered Mim Sakina and Ha al-Dhamir, the Ha of pronoun. Today, we are going to cover Al-Mad, prolongation. Now, this is not as simple as we think it is. So you will definitely need to make notes on this. Now, prolongation or lengthening of sound is called mad. And there are two kinds of mad. Al-mad al-asli and al-mad al-far'i. Mad al-asli is called basic mad and mad al-far'i is called derived. And we will look into each one in detail. Let's begin with al-mad al-asli. Mad al-asli means the natural elongation of the vowel sound. As we know, the letters of mad are alif, waw, and ya. That means there will be a natural elongation of the vowel sound. For example, if there is a fatha preceding alif, that will be pronounced longer. If there is a dhamma preceding waw, sakin, then that will be pronounced longer. And if there is a kasra preceding ya, sakin, then that would be pronounced longer. So this is natural mad. Now, mad asli exists in these letters without any special effort in its pronunciation, as we just talked about it. If one is not careful with the pronunciation, then the meaning of the words cannot be maintained. For example, inna meaning indeed, and here inna there's an alif after noon, meaning indeed we. So you see the difference in the meaning. In order to keep the meaning intact, understanding and maintaining the difference in their pronunciation is essential. Now, the duration of mad asli is equal to that of two measures of a haraka or one measure of alif. Anything longer than that will be wrong. And examples of mad asli are in the word nuhiha, in which all madda letters are combined. You see waw sakin and there's dhamma preceding it, and then ya sakin and kasra preceding it, and alif with a fatha preceding it. Now more examples of mad asli are qala. Here the length of mad is natural, which is one alif or two harakas. Qala. Al-aziz, ya sakin, and prior to that is a kasra. So this is a natural mad or mad asli. Yusuf. So here waw sakin and prior to that is dhamma. So this is mad asli. Yusuf. And then yulsikum. Here we have two mad asli in one word. Waw sakin prior to that is dhamma. And then ya sakin prior to that is kasra. Yulsikum. And then waqila. Here ya sakin and prior to that is kasra. So this will be mad asli waqila. So this was all about mad asli. The other type of mad is al-mad al-far'i. And we will find a lot more in mad al-far'i. Mad al-far'i is the elongation that occurs due to specific conditions such as the presence of hamza or sukoon. The length of the mad can vary between 2 to 6 harakas. Now we'll go over various types of mad far'i. And we'll begin with mad wajib muttasil. That is obligatory connecting mad. When a mad letter is followed by a hamza in the same word, it is wajib, obligatory, to pronounce a mad here. And the duration of this mad is equal to that of 2 alif or 4 harakas. For example, ulaika. Here the duration of the mad is 2 alif or 4 harakas. So this is mad wajib muttasil, which is obligatory connecting mad. Okay. The next one is mad jaiz munfasil, which is permissible separate mad. And that's when the mad letter is followed by a hamza in a separate word and the extension is optional. The duration of this mad is 2 alif or 4 haraka. For example, inni amantu. And this was mad jaiz munfasil. And then we have mad arid, which is temporary mad. Whenever the letter immediately after a condition of mad gets a temporary sukoon due to a stop, it creates what is called an arid mad. This mad can be pronounced with short, medium, or long prolongation. That is 1 alif, 2 alif, or 3 alif, which are 2, 4, or 6 harakas. So here for the word yu'minun, from yu'minuna. So here, because you're making a stop, there will be a temporary mad. We will stop here today and we will continue the rest of the types of mad in the next class.